My name is Damon John de Bruin, DamonJohnDe space Bruin. It's an Afrikaans name. I was born in Pietermaritzburg, South Africa. I was raised in the United Kingdom. I have dual nationality. I have a British passport, which is in date, and I have a South African passport, which is expired. For some reason in South Africa, they're not issuing me with another passport because they're being funny about the dual national citizenship. However, I don't really care because I don't really want to live in South Africa anyways. Um, the this video is to the police. I apologize for any bother and problems that my suicide causes. Um, I committed suicide because I'm not depressed. I'm not. My mental health is good. However, my position, my situation, material situation is bad. I'm very, very destitute at the moment, and although that's not an issue, I know there's some support mechanisms and there's places in the United Kingdom where I can go to get support and accommodation, etc. I just don't feel like doing it, and it's as basic as that. I'm committing suicide because I don't feel like continuing my life, and the reason being is because of faith reasons, which shouldn't concern the police, but that's the reason why I'm committing suicide. The second thing I would like to say to the police is that I'm asking, although she's not immediate family, that you contact Emma Brooks from Bishop's Stortford in Hertfordshire. She's a good friend of mine and I trust her, and her and I were very close in our youth and in our 20s, and we've stayed in touch and contact as we've aged. However, I have not seen her in a while because I've been traveling back and forth between South Africa and other parts of Europe. She told me she was thinking of immigrating to Canada, so there's a chance that she may be in Canada. She also told me that she was thinking of moving from London, where she was working as a paramedic, to living in Aldershot, where her partner was being based. She told me at the time that he was in the military. So his name is Richard, her name is Emma Brooks. And they may have been married and she may have changed her name to his second name, to his last name. So on the record, her name may have changed from Emma Brooks to Richard's surname, possibly. I would prefer that you contact Emma Brooks, please, because I do not speak with my family. So although they are my immediate next of kin, my mother in Johannesburg and my father in England, and my brother, who I think is living in Scotland, he may be living in England. I don't speak with um, with them very, very much. In fact, I've not spoken with my father or my brother in about 6 years. So I would prefer that you contacted my friend Emma Brooks and that you inform her about my death, please, and that you ask her to deal with the immediate consequences, contacting family, friends, etc., and dealing with my death. I would prefer, and I've explained it in places elsewhere, online and on the phone, that I would like to be cremated and that I would prefer my ashes to be scattered in the coast, at the coast in England. And again, I just thank the police. I apologize if I've been acting strange and weird in the past week or two. I think you may have become aware of me, yet I knew I was planning to commit suicide, and so I knew I was planning to commit suicide, and so I have just been trying to cope with that and deal with things. And make a plan and assess the situation and get a good method and way to go forward with everything. So that's why I've been behaving the way I have been. To my family, I say thanks very much for all the opportunities. I know the opportunities that you gave me were very good. I know that I was very well loved. I know that you're all a little bit disappointed and angry and irritated that I was upset about what happened with Sophie and I, and that I didn't use the opportunities I have to make a good life for myself. Instead, I focused on trying to repair everything with Sophie, and it distracted me in many ways, and I ended up in this position. So I just apologize to you, and I again give thanks for everything, and I love you all very much, and I'm grateful that you all tried. And I know that it's not Sophie to blame, it's not me to blame really, it's just what happened. But I was, and I am more concerned about faith than I am about material life. So if any of you are wondering why I'm doing something so drastic, the answer is that I just don't see the point of continuing with a faithless life. There's no there's it it's it doesn't enthuse me. I just can't, I can't psych myself up to continue with that. So yeah, I apologize. There's Spanish people talking in the background. I'm in Gibraltar, and this place is very nice, but the people around here, they never give me a moment's peace. They're constantly everywhere. I seem to be just getting zero time to myself, and it's very, very frustrating. I'm very annoyed with it. But that's why there's people yabbering in the background. Also to Emma Brooks, I just say thanks very much for our friendship. I love you very dearly. I've always loved you very dearly, and I have good memories with you, and I'm very thankful for all the time that we shared. And I hope that your future is very good, and that you're blessed with children, and that your children are blessed, and that your mother and father are happy, and that your brother as well. And I again say thanks to you for dealing with my issues in the past. And I would like you to not focus on those, because I think of all the time we spent and shared together, it may have tapered off as I went a bit insane trying to figure out how to deal with the faith problem and all what I think is antichrist behaviors. But the truth of the matter is I just can't really cope with bad faith, and that's why I went a little bit cuckoo, so I apologize that and I know you and many of my other friends were just giving really good, like grounding advice to just be settled and working and focusing on just moving on with my life, being in love, falling in love. However, I just can't. I'm Christian, and I would like to live a Christian lifestyle. And I know, yeah, that's very difficult in these times where everything is so completely fucked up. But I think I'm just unlucky in the sense that I'm very Christian in my heart, and I'm very loving in my heart, especially to Sophie and to my good friends like you, Emma. Yet, in saying that, I just can't really cope in this modern time where everything is very debased and hedonistic, and you have to kind of give away your love or sell your love in many ways to to cope in the modern systems with all the money and the finance and just all the fame and all the other crap that comes with modern lifestyle. So I'm not getting into politics and everything, but I've never been interested in politics. I think it's all boring. I don't like democracies. I don't like any of the systems. At heart, I'm just a philosopher, and I don't like any of the sophistications. And preferably, I would live in a very simple system with friends and family and people that I love. And that's always been the truth. And I've struggled. And the reason I joined the army is because I didn't feel like going through all the sophistications. The army was simple, but as I've mentioned in other videos, the army was very demoralizing, and the people in the army were very crude and unfaithful, and they demoralized me, and it just, nothing worked out the way I would have liked it to. And sadly, I hurt Sophie, and that hurt me very badly. So I've been trying to repair my love with her for a very long time, and to restore her and I to faith with each other. But nobody's been supporting me because everyone thinks I'm crazy, and that's that's the truth. And I know you, for a long time, you've been saying to me, Damon, you used to be very honest with me, and now you're being distant, and it's hard to understand what you're dealing with and how to support you when you're not being completely honest. Yet that's me being honest. That's how I feel now in this moment, anyways, and it's how I've felt for a while, to be honest. So, yeah, thanks very much, Emma. I apologize if this is a burden to you. I don't want a funeral. I don't need a funeral. I don't think you should pay money for anything. Just get me cremated. You can do that in Gibraltar, and then you can just take the ashes to England, please. And there's a place called Jurassic Coast. I used to go there when I was a child. I like it very much. Just throw my ashes in the sea. Do like a shot put throw, or what's the one where they swing it around and they throw it on the cable? Do one of those and throw my ashes into the sea, and then I'll become fish or dolphins and seals and clams and things. I don't really want to be thrown into the soil because of how fucked up everything is. I much prefer to be part of the ocean. Anyways, I love you all very much. Not really the police. I just respect you guys. But anyways, thanks. Ciao.